Hey guys, it's Anna, and today I'm going to show you how to bulk import users into a blank local course page. Now, please note this will not work on your regular course pages. Those are auto-enrolled from Synergy. You cannot add or remove students from those regular course pages. This would be if I've given you access to a blank page for a special purpose. So what I'm going to do, this is my blank page. It doesn't have anyone but me in it. And I'm going to import users from an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to start with a spreadsheet that just has student ID numbers in the first column. And make sure at the top of that column, you've got some kind of header. It actually doesn't matter what it says, but you need to have something here that's not one of your student ID numbers. So I just put student ID there. In the second, we're going to make a second column, and I'm going to put role as the heading. And then I'm going to type the word student into the first cell. And so we need to tell eCLASS what each user's role is going to be in this classroom, and these are all going to be students. So after I type it, there's a little square in the bottom here of this green box. And you'll notice if I slowly move my cursor over it, my cursor changes to a plus. When you're on the plus, click and drag down, and that will fill the word student down for the rest of your column there. So I've got that filled in. Now I need to save this in a special way. I don't want to save it as a regular Excel spreadsheet. I want to save it as a CSV file. That stands for comma separated value. So I'm going to go to File and choose Save As. I'm going to choose where I want to save it. So I'm going to go to Browse. I'm going to put this on my desktop, but you can save it wherever you want to save it. And then this is important, where it says Excel Workbook, I want to click that and change it to CSV, comma delimited, and then it shows CSV here. So I'm going to select that. You can rename this file if you want to name it something special. It doesn't matter. I usually just save these to my desktop, and as soon as I'm finished uploading them to eCLASS, I delete them. So for me, it doesn't matter what the name of it is. So just remember where you're saving it and what you've called it, and click Save. It's going to give me a warning message. That's because CSV files don't have as much functionality as a regular Excel spreadsheet, and it wants me to know that I could be losing features if I've got fancy stuff going on in my spreadsheet, but I don't have any fancy stuff, so I'm going to click yes, I want to keep using that format. By the way, if you continue working with CSV files, it is going to warn you that every time that you save it. And ask you if you want to save it a different way. So just yes, I want to keep using that format, and no, I don't want to save it a different way. Okay, I've got that saved. I'm going to go back over to my eClass page. I'm going to go to class list. Depending on whether your top of your page looks like mine, you may not see class list there. So if you don't see it, you can click on course admin, and then from that page choose class list. And here we go. Okay. eClass usually tries to guide you what you might want to do by having buttons that are blue. So the blue one says add participants. Click there. Import users from a file on your computer. It's going to take you to a different screen. Notice this is sort of a nondescript little choose file button down near the bottom. You're going to click that and select the file that you just saved. And click open. You'll notice that the name of that file is now filled in right here next to that button. And I'm going to click import. It's going to process for a second, and then it's going to give me a confirmation of enrollment. At the top, it will have errors, and at the bottom, it will show users that have been added. You will always see this error. For line 1, where your headings were, the specified role is not valid because you're not trying to make the headings enroll as a user, but you always want to have that. Scroll down and you can check to make sure that your students all added like they were supposed to. You can either add more participants or click done. I'm going to click done. And there's everybody in my class. So that is how you add users in bulk to your local course page. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.